desperate attempt to fill 24 hours of programming, here's some bullshit that happened somewhere today. We've got some footage here of the bullshit, which began just after 3 o'clock this afternoon, when residents in this neighborhood were shocked to see this fairly common thing happening. An attractive witness described the event in breathless terms.
I went to my window and I was like, whoa, there's some bullshit happening.
That happened right over there. I'm an older man, so you can trust what I say.
Authorities in special uniforms rushed to the scene to stand around while our cameras filmed them. Our reporter Keith Collins joins us now live from the scene of the bullshit through the use of expensive technology. Good to be with you again, Keith. We have a colorful graphic here that shows instances of bullshit like this are on the rise. Is that right?
Yes, although why is unclear. Some say it's because of one fucking reason. Others say it's because of some other fucking reason. I talked to this random expert on the subject who told me this thing you're about to hear him say right after he points at a piece of paper.
I spent my entire life attending the nation's most prestigious schools to talk about bullshit like this. I'm really just happy to be on TV.
Now let's see if we can drag this out a little longer by showing emails written by some of our viewers. I once saw some stuff kind of like the shit you're talking about happen. I have nothing more to add. Another person says, I am angry that things like this happen. I get mad about every bullshit thing I see. So obviously a lot of opinions there to make this story seem somewhat meaningful.
Oh, absolutely, Glenn. This bullshit has some broader implications. Here's a list of tips on how to avoid bullshit happening to you.
And here's some footage of Congress.
Yes, I see that.
Well, thank you, Keith. Let us know if there are any updates on this bullshit story from there.
There's no way there will be.
Very good. We'll check back with you in an hour anyway.
I'm just some fucking guy.
When we return, we'll look at live footage of a car chase taken from a helicopter and free associate about what's going on.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Environmental Coffee House. It's all bullshit tonight. We are going to be able to talk about bullshit, look at different various kinds of bullshit, talk about people that write about bullshit. Yeah, it's you know, it's a good word, very, very descriptive, you know. Welcome. Hi, Kim. Thank you for moderating. And I wanted to say, thank you, everyone, for the birthday show and all the nice things. So, got a busy show for you. Tonight, I've got some writing. I'm visiting the guy that Jennifer and I read last week. And it should be a good article. Well, it is a good article, okay? It is a good article. And we've got some music. I also made I updated a documentary on the gentleman that I'm talking about, Henry. Wait a minute. I'm going to look for it. Excuse me. Frankfurt, not Finkel. I'm thinking of Finkel. Anyway, Henry Frankfurt. And that's good. That's good stuff. And what else do we have? Just talking about bullshit, everyone. So how is everybody out there? Good, I hope. Yeah. All right. So thank you for the happy birthdays, and it's good to see all of you. I thought I would start with the only really non-bullshit part of the show. Very important part of the show. And we'll start out with non-bullshit first. We'll start out with the CO2 parts per million in our, what we are living in. You feel like, I sound like I'm coughing. You feel like, it's like, are you going to be able to breathe? April 15th on my birthday, it was 424. That's like insanity. Okay. So yeah, it is. So that's the non-bullshit start of the show. So other than that, we're going to move along though, because we have serious stuff. So as you are joining, hello, Rollin Switch and Steve Angelico and Bongo Dave and Scott. Hi, Scott. No, it's not my birthday. It was Saturday. We did the birthday show, me and Jennifer. You know, we're all getting older, and let me tell you, it may be the birthday, but it certainly is painful. So maybe before I get started, I could show you a little bit about what's going on here. I showed you the parts per million of our CO2 going up. That was courtesy of the Sam Carana website. And I have a picture that I was outside the other day. It was 80 degrees. So I was outside prepping the garden beds. And that is why I feel so sore, because it takes me about 48 hours. And then today, after it was 80 degrees on Sunday, it was nice yesterday. We got snow. That started this afternoon. And now it's not going to be a heavy snow. It's an annoying snow. That's all. Because I left the garden hose out. I hooked it up. It's just things that are annoying. Get back here to you. And so that's what's happening here. And I know that a lot of you have experienced the weird weather. I know excuse me, hang on. A friend of mine's okay. A friend of mine woke up to maybe a foot of snow in the Midwest. So as always, we are experiencing a little weather whiplash. Okay, so I've gotten the serious part of the bullshit show over, and we are going to move on. And I'm considering whether it is the king of all bullshits. Well, it's always Donald Trump's week in the news. It was his court. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. I don't really keep that close of a watch on what happens, but I know that people in New York didn't like him. Anyway, we'll do a little making fun of Donald Trump because it's so easy. And I found someone who obviously she doesn't take his bullshit. But we're going to start out this. We're going to start out with a lesson on bullshit. How's that? You want the lesson on bullshit? All right, here we go. With the lesson on bullshit. Excuse me. There was once a turkey who was chatting with a bull. They were both enjoying the glorious outdoors when the turkey looked up to a nearby tree. With a sigh, I wish I could get to the top of that tree, but I don't have the energy. The bull paused before suggesting, well, you should snack on my droppings. They are chock full of nutrients. So the turkey started to feast on the droppings. Much to his surprise, he had enough energy to reach the lowest branch of the tree. So seeing how well it worked the first time, the next day, the turkey ate more dung and managed to reach the second branch. By the time the fourth day rolled around, the turkey had made it to the top of the tree. Unfortunately for that poor turkey, a local farmer spotted him atop the tree. The farmer shot the turkey right out of the tree. So on an unrelated note, the farmer and his family had a lovely turkey casserole later that night. There you go. Boom. That's the first corny thing about bullshit. All right, we're going to move on. We have a lot to go over. Hello, Singing Way. How are you? Yes. Okay. You're all joined. So I want to talk about this dude, and then I'm going to show you a little updated movie documentary that I did. I found from actually a channel that only had one video. So I updated it. It was older. And I wrote to him. This book was written in 2005 on bullshit. How many of you out there have heard of this guy, Harry Frankfurt? He's a philosopher. He's 93. He's still with us. And he did it in 1986, and 19 years later, it was made into a book on bullshit. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to read you the whole wiki page. I'm going to play another video and save my voice for a couple of minutes. This is, I updated it today. I think that you guys will enjoy it. I just want to find it and play this for you.
People should care about the truth because the truth is the...
I have to get rid of the...
People should care about the truth because the truth is the truth about how things are. And it's important for us to recognize how things are, not to pretend that it's something else. If you have the truth, you know what reality is like. If you don't, you're ignorant of reality. There's a lot of activity in which the truth is not particularly respected, in which its importance is actively denied. We are living in an age in which there's another alternative to the truth, and that's bullshit. The reason why there's so much bullshit, I think, is that people just talk. If they don't talk, they don't get paid. The advertiser wants to gain sales. The politician wants to gain votes. Now, that's okay, but they have to talk about things that they don't really know much about. So since they don't have anything really valid to say, they just say whatever they think will interest the audience or make it appear that they know what they're talking about. And what comes out is bullshit. The bullshitter is more creative. He's not submissive.
Greetings, my friend.
It's not important to him what the world really is like. What's important to him is how he would like to represent himself. He takes a more adventurous and inventive attitude towards reality, which may be sometimes very colorful and sometimes amusing. Sometimes it might produce results that are enjoyable, but it's also very dangerous.
This country is in big trouble. We don't win anymore.
Lying is an attempt to conceal the truth by substituting something for the truth that isn't true. Bullshit is not a matter of trying to conceal the truth. It's a matter of trying to manipulate the listener. And if the truth will do, then that's fine. And if the truth won't do, then that's also fine. So the bullshitter is indifferent to the truth in a way in which the liar is not. He's playing a different game. Another reason why I think bullshit is a more insidious opponent or threat to the truth is that it's less identifiable. I mean, the lie makes a specific move, and it can be uncovered or revealed. Bullshitter is vague. It doesn't, you can't put your finger on it. What's wrong with it? What is going on? Why is it objectionable? Politicians lie and bullshit constantly. When they're caught in a lie, there's a great commotion. There's no corresponding response to bullshit. There's no finding it out. There's no uncovering it. Insofar as bullshit is accepted, insofar as it's regarded as normal, I think it tends to undermine the respect for truth. It has become the norm to a considerable extent in my country, at any rate. Something like 99.8% of the qualified scientists in the world tell us that we're having a serious effect on the climate. That's an established scientific fact. I don't think there can be any question about it.
Because climate change is not science, it's religion.
But a lot of politicians deny it. They just say it's not true, it's lies. It's an attempt on the part of tree huggers to prevent economic development. It's just bullshit. It comes close to being a lie, but I think a lot of politicians don't know enough about the science to know that it is a lie. They just assume that it must be a lie because it doesn't fit into their political or economic agenda. The assertion that something has been established scientifically no longer carries the same weight that it used to carry. So that's the danger, that there will be a loss of concern for the truth. And that, I think, is an insidious assault on one of the fundamental principles of society. If you have the truth, you know what reality is like. If you don't, you're ignorant of reality. And I don't know whether it's important to explain why reality is important. We live in the real world. We depend upon it. We need it. We need to know about it. We need to be able to find our way around in it. And if we don't have the truth, then we can't do those things. We don't really need bullshit. In fact, bullshit I find very offensive. It's insulting. It is offered to me as though it were an attempt to convey the truth, but it's not. It's a substitute for the truth. And I don't want substitutes. I want the real thing, as I think all of us should. All of us must. That's why we should be on our guard against it and resist it and reject it wherever we find it. I think a world without bullshit would be more interesting. It would be a world in which we would lack the creative flair of the bullshitter, but in which we would have the fascination and the wonderment of reality. And in that way, I think the world would be much better off.
All right. I think you like that, huh? He's a pretty interesting guy. We'll just go over his Wikipedia a little bit, and maybe I'll get the book and we could read some of it together, possibly. Let's see. He is, I want to read a little bit more about him. So I don't know if this part, it's just on bullshit. Well, you know what? We're not going to be able to, unless wait, philosopher. Here we go. He is the professor emeritus of philosophy at Princeton University, where he taught from 1990 until 2002. He also taught at Yale, Rockefeller, and Ohio State. So he did the bullshit curriculum. He has made significant contributions to fields like ethics and philosophy of the mind. The attitude of caring plays a central role in his philosophy. To care about something means to see it as important and reflects the person's character. According to Frankfurt, a person is someone who has second-order volitions and who cares about what desires they have. He contrasts persons with wantons. Wantons are beings that have desires but do not care about which of their desires is translated into action. In the field of ethics, Franklin has given various influential counterexamples, so-called Frankfurt cases, against the principle that moral responsibility depends on the ability to do otherwise. His most popular book is On Bullshit, which discusses, among other things, the distinction between bullshitting and lying. So have we had him? We've not heard of him or talked to, about this man. And it sounds, he's very compelling to me, and I just recently found him. So I think I'm going to get the little book. It's very interesting stuff. And I hope that you guys like this as much as I do. He wrote the book, and I said that earlier. It was originally from 1986. So he's the father of bullshit, really. The father of bullshit writing. But we're going to move over, and we're going to read Robert Burgos. We're going to talk about that. But I think before we do Robert Burgos, I think we need to have a little comic relief tonight. And we have to have it courtesy of Donald Trump. So I have this woman, Miss Lori Lenner, and she was on Nicole Sandler's talk show today and as a guest, and she has a Twitter, and these are a little dated, but they're really cute. And we're talking about the truth, and we're talking about reality and lying. So let's play this one. Hang on. Okay. I'm going to
I made you believe what the president said. Or maybe it violates our trust. And I'm pretty mean when you follow up. But I use all my defenses as this dull mouthpiece to deceive. Ooh, baby, baby. Oops, I did it again. I'm playing a part in fanning the flames of this dumpster fire. Oops, you think I'm a dud, but it runs in the blood. I'm not that innocent. Oops, I did it again. I'm playing a part in fanning the flames of this dumpster fire. You think I'm a dud, but it runs in the blood. Repress crime, find people on both sides. Lies.
Okay, so that was cute, but now we're going to get down to business. So we've had a little intermission, okay, and here we go. This is Robert Burgos. He did that spectacular article that Jennifer and I ended up with on our birthday show, and this guy is wonderful. And her name, Christine, is Miss Laura Lehner. Let me see. Here's her website. Can you see it? Miss Lori Lehner. I've got a couple of more. Do I have a couple more? I think I do. Yeah, I have a couple of more. So, and I don't think she'd mind. So we're going to go. I really have to do this one. Now we're going to go back. All right. So this is the next one. This is a good one. It's really important. It is like the the piece de resistance of the bullshit night. And then we're going to just talk about, maybe we'll do a little free association because everything is bullshit. All right. So this is the most important one. So let's go. The bullshit storm engulfing our civilization. Misinformation is nothing new. Since the very beginning of our civilization, there have been bullshit artists who spew their beloved bullshit for numerous reasons. From fooling other tribes, for strategic reasons on an individual level, attracting potential mates. As societies grew larger and more complex, so did the way in which bullshit is spread. Collective myths and legends became large-scale religions with hundreds of thousands and eventually billions of adherents and believers of organized and well-structured bullshit. With the advent of radio and then television, more creative forms of bullshit spread more quickly and efficiently. Televangelists made their way into people's living rooms. Their bullshit persuading the gullible to open their wallets and fiddle desperately for their credit cards. Then came, hey, listen, QVC does the same thing. QVC. So then came the internet, a worldwide web with an endless array of channels through which nearly every citizen on Earth can be bombarded with bullshit on a regular basis. Televangelists morphed into capitalistic creatures, pushing get-rich and quick pyramid schemes. Then came the flood of the New Age gurus who got rich telling people they can get rich by simply thinking about money, making it magically appear into their bank accounts as long as they think positively. Today, bullshit comes in so many different flavors, sizes, shapes, and colors to the point where too many people can no longer distinguish bullshit from non-bullshit. The COVID pandemic really highlighted how susceptible the masses are to bullshit, with countless YouTubers claiming to be experts and so-called documentaries trying to outbreak to every conspiracy theory imaginable. Bullshit rain turned into a bullshit storm, with bullshit coming from every direction, even from the highest levels of government. YouTube and more recently TikTok have become breeding grounds for the most creative forms of bullshit. Fried, sauteed, baked, even barbecued bullshit. Even older, outdated manifestations of bullshit have been resuscitated, like the flat earth movement, which continues to grow. Eating bullshit instead of eating food. Yeah, that sounds delicious. A friend of mine was recently struck by a bolt of bullshit straight out of the sky. He told me about something called anedia, also known as breatharianism. Breatharianism, or the supposed ability to live without food or water, not for a few days, but for an entire lifetime. In recent years, there have been gurus making substantial amounts of money selling books promoting their breatharian bullshit. I need a breath. Adherents of breatharianism have been found dead from dehydration. Among the most well-known breatharian bullshit celebrities is Jasmuheen. Her real name is Ellen Grieve, who makes a living selling books and paid programs about how to live on sunlight. Only, yes, people pay her to learn how to dehydrate and starve themselves. After the program 60 Minutes challenged her to prove her claims, she accepted, and she was put under observation for days to prove she could literally and actually live without food or water. So after several days under constant observation, Jasmuheen got skinnier and skinnier, and nearly died. And the experiment was called off on a doctor's orders. Yet Jasmuheen continued to insist she lives without food or water and claimed 60 Minutes had somehow rigged the test against her. A rather unique bullshit argument. So the bullshit, it contains traction. The bullshit sphere will continue to grow in the coming years, and I love that word, and I'm going to steal it. The bullshit sphere. I don't know if it's his word, but I like it. It's continue to grow. There will be more nuanced versions of old myths, from things as simple as the outdated notion that humans must eat animal flesh to be healthy. Yes, that's bullshit. To age-old recycled ones, like the idea that Earth is shaped like a gargantuan pancake floating in space, to more innovative bullshit, like the belief that celebrities and politicians gather for rituals, drinking children's blood before sacrificing them to Satan. Haven't you guys been to any of those? Come on. So how can so many people get lured into such organized forms of bullshit? Aren't we supposed to be evolving and getting smarter? No. When the internet first came out, many people believed the ability to easily share information from all corners of the globe would make us more intelligent and enlightened. But the opposite has proven true. Attention spans they've dropped significantly, especially among young people, and the most efficient way to capture their attention is by way of short, simple, and entertaining videos. The problem is reality is often complex, and understanding the world can require extensive reading. Short videos they simplify our world with no regard for nuance. The reason politics has become so polarized, and as attention spans dwindle, so do critical thinking skills. It's weakening the brain's defenses against the deluge of bullshit circulating the internet and television. Yeah. Don't look up. Is there a way out of the bullshit crisis? People often say education is the key to solving the world's problems, but not necessarily. In the U.S., for example, 1 in 3 teachers teach their students that human activities have nothing to do with climate change. In reality, they have just about everything to do with it. So even populations in countries known for their high education standards have fallen victim to the flood of bullshit raining in on our global civilization. In 2020, for example, Bloomberg reported on the extraordinary rise of QAnon conspiracy believers in Japan. The same people who have politicians and celebrities are sacrificing children to Satan. They watch too many movies. Japan is one of the best education systems on the planet. So for now, there will overcome. There will continue to be gurus who get rich from people, getting people to pay more for their bullshit. There will be more organized and politicized bullshit in the forms of denying reality and promotion of bullshit via conspiracy theories. And the bullshitsphere will continue to gain traction as our lives become increasingly digitized. And yes, this is a problem. Bullshit can make people do crazy things, from starving themselves to inciting riots and organizing lynch mobs. As unpopular as the idea may be, there needs to be a collaborative international effort to overhaul how and what information is shared. Otherwise, as in the case with the Earth's warming climate, bullshit storms will only get bigger, stronger, and more ubiquitous, while our ability to reason melts away like the glaciers and the polar ice caps. And that means we're in deep shit. If you're a passionate reader, you may like his fiction novel, The Shadow in the Mirror. And that link will be in the show notes. So everything is bullshit. And there's even an article on the psychology of bullshit. But I'm not going to look at that yet because I have something else for you. And I really hope you like that that article. I think he's a good writer. I have something for you guys, and it's, you'll like it.
Then you have the media, not just the news media, let's include them all. The media are almost literally exploding with bullshit because they're located right at the crossroads of all the other bullshit. The media are made up of equal parts advertising, politics, business, public relations, and show business. These people are sitting right at bullshit junction. There's enough bullshit in the media for Texas to open a branch office. And you still have enough left over to start 2 law firms and a Christian bookstore. Because folks, I gotta tell you, when it comes to bullshit, truly major league bullshit, you have to stand back in awe of the all-time heavyweight champion of false promises and exaggerated claims, religion. Organized religion. It's no contest. Religion easily has the best bullshit story of all time. Think about it. Religion has convinced people that there's an invisible man living in the sky who watches everything you do every minute of every day. And the invisible man has a list of 10 specific things he doesn't want you to do. And if you do any of these things, he will send you to a special place of burning and fire and smoke and torture and anguish for you to live forever and suffer and burn and scream until the end of time. But he loves you. He loves you.
He loves you. He loves you guys. He loves you. He loves you. I did have another one, but I didn't upload it. I forgot. It was Elmo, but I guess I'll have to wait. I'll have to wait. So how you doing out there? I'm going to read some comments before we go on and see what you guys are doing. Maybe I'll put some up here. Hello, Diane Wallace. Hello, Suzanne. Hello, Val. You did, really. Val saw Carlin twice. That's pretty cool. Holy crap. Wow, wow, wow. I owe Mr. Paul Beckwith, and thank you for his generosity and efforts to help people like me is the gift of enlightenment, and I am grateful for that knowledge. That's beautiful, Lightning Rod. That's really, really, really beautiful. And Paul is such a great guy, and I wish he had more than 26,000 subscribers. You know, it's like, why? Anyway, what's going on? Hi, Bila. I'll be caught up 3 minutes at 1/2 speed. Sandy and the Chipmunks. Hello, Melanie. Yes, unorganized religion is bullshit too. Well, that's what he was talking about. Yeah, definitely. He'd be, if Carlin owned 10 cats, he'd be like Beckwith. Well, no, maybe he'd be closer to me too. I had to actually get my cat to the vet today. He was drooling like one of those dogs with all the folds in his face. He's got some kind of teeth and allergy thing, so I did get him there. It's so sad. I mean, he's one of those rescues that was emaciated. Yeah. It's just who I am. So I have one more article if you'd like to go through it. It's not bad. It's a tad serious, I think it might be, but it's another educational moment. And I think we're going to do it because I'm running early. Let's go for it. Let's look at this one. These are Medium articles, and this person's name is Craig Harper. And Craig Harper is a social psychologist and researcher interested in sexuality and political issues. Post about psychology, science, and education. So let's hear what Craig has to say. As I waited for a flight ahead of my holiday last year, I browsed the books in an airport store to find something to keep me occupied. One title automatically grabbed my attention: Post-Truth: How Bullshit Conquered the World. The book promised to explore the cultural, economic, and most importantly, from my perspective, psychological contributors to our current social or societal aversion to experts, to outline how so-called fake news takes hold in our political discussions, and to identify some opportunities to fix the problems. Before reviewing that book, it's useful to define the term bullshit, which is used throughout Ball's writing and this review, not as a sensationalized expletive, but almost as a diagnostic label. Specifically, he distinguishes between a liar and a bullshitter in the book's introduction. A liar acknowledges some aspect of authority or truth and directly contradicts it in a purposeful manner. In contrast, a bullshitter will say whatever they can in order to achieve an aim, and no thought of whether it is true or not. In other words, a liar will say something they know to be the opposite of the truth, while a bullshitter will make anything up to fit their narrative. Ball cites a passage from Frankfurt's book, who we just met earlier. How many of us know bullshit artists and liars? Oh my gosh. If you get to be our age, my age, whatever, you've met many bullshit artists and liars. All right. So someone who lies and someone who tells the truth are playing on opposite sides, so to speak, in the same game. Each responds to the facts as he understands them, although the response of one is guided by the authority of truth, while the response of the other defies that authority and refuses to meet its demands. The bullshitter ignores these demands altogether. He does not reject authority of truth as the liar does and oppose himself to it. No, he pays no attention to it at all. By virtue of this, bullshit is the greater enemy of the truth than lies are. Well, that's heavy, huh? Let's have a quick flush. We'll have a quick flush of lying and bullshitting. I felt like we needed that. There's the environmental coffee house flush of the day. Lying and bullshitting. Instantly, the book was gripping. Ball's journalistic style, he is upfront throughout, and he is currently a correspondent for BuzzFeed News, fit perfectly with the opening 2 chapters, which examined the use of bullshit in Donald Trump's, the recurrent theme, presidential campaign and the Brexit referendum. Let's bring Britain in this. When reading these 2 chapters, I worried that the book was going to be less than an empirical exposition of the post-truth phenomena than an ideological attack on populist movements. This fear was quickly addressed, though, in the following section. Who's spreading the shit? Systematically and critically looks at 5 key stakeholders in the news ecosystem that enables a culture of bullshit to persist. Politicians, old media, new media, social media, and you, the readers. Throughout these chapters, Ball explores 3 levels of bullshit. Culturally and economically, the catchy headlines and intriguing content of bullshit news stories, they get the clicks. That's why we don't. This happens whether stories are politically relevant or more related to just the banal, just think of those. You wouldn't believe what insert 90s celebrity looks like now. Come on, and we all see that if we have cell phones. Posts that fill up social media feeds. Due to the current economic context of news, click means cash from exposure to banner advertisements. Think again of all the news stories you see that require you to clear an advert before reading. Bullshitters know this. They can create catchy headlines that quickly go viral, enable their sites to display the adverts, and make fractions of a cent per exposure. That's because they're monetized. Where is this? The low upfront costs of creating bullshit means that you only need a couple of stories to go viral to make this a very profitable business model. News organizations also play a role in this. According to Ball, they commonly take viral content from curators of such material and publish it online with few, if any, checks, and simply change headlines or add news stories to reflect doubt about its validity when questions are raised. In essence, the post-truth phenomenon of fake news is both a threat to traditional media outlets, but also exploited by them to plug in the gaps in falling revenues. All of this taps into our psychological tendency to consume news using System 1. Okay? Did you know that? Daniel Kahneman's book, Thinking Fast and Slow, reviews this research in a really accessible way. We have an automatic instinct to read, believe, and share stories that correspond to our existing beliefs and worldviews, and we ignore, refute, or disparage stories that contradict our opinions. We often struggle to read beyond the headline of news stories, and so those catchy bullshit stories are easily shareable, increasing their potential to go viral and thus their prominence in social discussions. The key takeaway from the book is that bullshitters exploit these tendencies and thrive on publicity. It takes a few minutes to create a viral story, but hours of investigative work to debunk one. I like debunking. Even when debunked, a bullshit-based story will still be present within the news ecosystem, and it will shape the prevailing narrative. Ball also discusses Nyan and Riefler's 2010 work on the backfire effect, which suggests that hearing contradictory evidence about a moralized topic may even bolster misconceptions stemming from bullshit. This book is a must-read for anybody interested in where bullshit comes from, how and why it gains so much attention, and some of the opportunities we have to reduce its effects. What's more, it shines a light of one of the biggest players in the bullshit industry, us, the readers. As Ball concludes, here's the good news. If we're part of the problem, we can be part of the solution, and we can start whenever we like. How about now? All right. So we bring up the rear with this little bit of pedagogy, actually, psychology. Interesting. I liked it. So how you guys doing out there? Let me see what I got left for you in here. Something. Okay. So I've got something again by Lauren, and this is about the current, the whole outrage over social media and Twitter and Elmo. And I wish I did that one clip I had of him, because it was ironically, pathetically full of bullshit. I was a big bullshit, but I'm going to play this. You enjoy this, and we'll get her.
Pardon me, is everybody here? Because if everybody's here, I'd like to thank you all for coming to my TED Talk. I'm just kidding, this is Twitter, and it's going down the shitter, but I'm not about to lose the largest following I have. I have a YouTube and a TikTok, I'm on Patreon and Instagram, but none of them have done for me what shitposting on Twitter has. So thank you all for the likes and the follows. Thank you all, I'll still be here tomorrow. And go tell Elon I'm not leaving Twitter today. Bless this day, Daddy wrote a check. Now we like big tech. Bless this day for the trolls, the a-holes, and me. Look, I didn't want to have to make it of a politics, but honestly, that's what most of us talk about on Twitter. We've been trying to suppress disinformation, wasn't working, I don't know, but now some jerk wants to play God of moderation. I mean, God, what is this Facebook where they pave the way for racists? Will we ever find the peace of mind of your homeostasis? And I thank you all for the hate in the comments. You've been great, now it's back to your nonsense. Just one day, your new website is broken. Come on, Elon, this must be a joke. And I can't like tweets, but I'm not leaving Twitter today. No, we won't go unless there is a charge for this free app. We were happy-ish with the way it's been. Just a quick lotto pick for a bored, crazy billionaire. Hey, Elon, they still don't have clean water in Flint. Listen up, I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud now, because if Trump comes back, I'll gladly make a riot of a crowd. How can we let them be so loud? And when we're challenged, quiet down, because we get nothing but the memories if we're always eating ground. So thanks for staying if you're staying, and if not, I understand, but I hope someday if we need you, you can come give us a hand with him. And yes, it sucks, but I'm not leaving Twitter. Let's fuck shit up, I'm not leaving Twitter. Follow Bessie, we're not leaving Twitter. See, I'm not leaving Twitter, and no one cares, but I'm not leaving Twitter
Woo! We're not leaving Twitter today. We're just taking it off our phone. All right, guys. I want to see what you guys are up to, what you've been talking about, because that's my show. That's my show. I have obsolete optics. Man is most insane species. He worships an invisible God and destroys a visible nature, unaware that this nature he's destroying is the God he's worshiping. Hubert Reeves. That was really nice. Thank you. And Overshit means that human enterprise is consuming natural capital faster than ecosystems can regenerate and filling natural waste sinks to overflowing. Absolutely. William Reese. That was a good one. All right. And why doesn't he fix the earth? Yeah, why doesn't he? Why doesn't he fix the earth? Wouldn't that be nice? That would be novel, but no, he's busy. He's too busy. And the whole shitosphere is busy. The whole bullshitosphere is busy. Everything, it is a good word. Hey, Humpty. Bullshit is, okay, here we go. Bullshit is a slang word and subjective. It will never be taken seriously. It is never used in serious news stories used to describe inaccurate or deceptive rhetoric. Well, it is now, or it has been. It was interesting. What are we the grammar perfect police? It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Oh gosh. Yeah, there you go. Making babies. Yeah, making babies with random women. What'd you see yesterday? The BS I saw yesterday. IIJA money going to coal research and development. Millions to see if coal can be used as a building material or maybe as a battery of the future. Oh my God. Really? Holy shit. Wow. Well, this was really the bullshit show. I mean, there's so much bullshit. Yeah. All right. Indigenous people say, you have your book, but Creator gave us Mother Earth. Oh. I think indigenous thinking is different from the Catholic Church and all of the stuff that has been Americanized. Yeah, just living through the BS. It's all we can do. It's what we can do, and we're doing it okay. Yeah, Patty, swimming in bullshit. I like that. Oh, yeah. Well, I want to say thank you, everybody. And we'll be back on Friday. I'm interviewing somebody really interesting tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to have the show up, though, and edited. Simon Me Show. And there will be more information. Hi, Retro Boomer. It's great to have you, too. Glad you're in our community. Yeah, really glad. Really glad. Yeah. Nope. I see it. I live in a farming community. Yeah, it's nice to have you back, Book Hermit. Yeah, ancient folklore is almost as bad. It's human. It's human. Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. Nighty-night. Nighty-night. I've really enjoyed myself. I have